First and foremost, I need you to appreciate that Santos Bonacci is controlled opposition through and through. He's going to tell you all about tropical astrology for one, which is just super cute. But more importantly, he will usually tell you to buy into atomism. That's his bag, and he aligns himself with the flat Earth camp to play controlled opposition. Against the globe theory stuff, against the heliocentric model. That's how it works. He's riding this bandwagon right now. Keep in mind, what our masters. Okay, here. Our masters are going to shut off the grid, right? But this is going to come most likely after a false flag event or a staged event, which is going to involve death because it's an act of greater magic. It's a blood sacrifice. So what's most likely going to happen, if I'm not mistaken, is this will probably coincide with a nuclear attack on U.S. soil. I shit you not. Which might actually be a detonation off the coast, causing waves, in other words. And the quote unquote nuclear attack will be an EMP, an electromagnetic pulse, which will supposedly be said to have disrupted the grid. And or will have what has also been left in the programming, among other things, words of caution, if you will, in popular media. Again, it's lesser magic where our masters are telling us something and no one's doing a fucking thing to stop it. A quote unquote cyber attack, which will also be an inside job. All of this is man made shit. It's all orchestrated by the same assholes who pull the strings on both sides. That's how all of this shit works. Don't fool yourself. And the grid's going to go down. And the plan there is, again, to maximize the death count so it will last through winter in particular. And since our masters manipulate the weather using HARP, which a lot of people don't believe in because no one fucking looks into this shit, they've been geoengineering since the 40s. Look up Henry Wexler, look up Irving Langmuir. These are the two names I rattle off to begin with. And there was a 13-year moratorium put on cloud seeding around the 60s, roughly. Either way. And Langmuir broke that. He went against Congress. Either way, what the fuck do I know? What was I? Again, I'm under the weather, so it's hard for me to collect my thoughts at the moment. Geoengineering, blah, blah, blah. Oh, they're gonna probably make it a really, really fucking cold winter, is my point, for most people, so they die. Without power. Or food, or water, or, yeah. And that's what we have to look forward to. If not this year, next year. I think it's next year, but maybe I'm wrong. Otherwise, we might be ramping up to it in about a week, but I'm pretty sure it's next year. So, yeah. I don't know. I probably should be playing this video, but he doesn't really say much. He's Santos Bonacci. Yeah, here. Let me dance back roughly. Let's see if this is where it's at.
Now, if you're all familiar with linear, but what I like to do is I like to make it static and circular. All right?
All he did was draw out the Tropic of Cancer, the other tropic, the fucking whatchamacallit, essentially like the equator, the prime meridian, horseshit, or whatever the fuck, the middle. And then he knocked out a sine wave. And so now he's kind of making the infinity symbol, an 8 out of it, just to round it all off to make sense of it. That's what you missed, roughly enough.
So this now is over here. Okay, I'm going to make a circle with it. But so we know this is spring, summer, fall. See, we're going to start the fall when we get here in about 12 days. We're about here now on the ecliptic. I wish I could zoom out because it's very difficult to hold the camera. I do have a camera stand somewhere, but I forget where I put it. Okay, now, so we are here on the 12th, and there are videos getting around, which you will see I posted, about this year. If it's not this year, it will be next year, guys, what I'm about to tell you, okay? This is the Day of Judgment. It's called Judgment Day or Atonement Day in the Jewish system because this month in astrology here is called Tishri. Libra is called Tishri. And they have Yom Kippur, Rosh Hashanah, the festival of tabernacles or booths or tents. This is Libra is very important, just as the opposite Easter season of Aries, the Lamb. The scales of justice. The scales of justice, as I said, they're all about debt. All of the the three biggest stock market crashes in history have happened around the end of Libra. Because, you see, this is the fall. Winter is here on the 21st of December. So you've got the solstices, the solstitial axis, solstice of Cancer on the Tropic of Cancer, 21st of June. Solstice of winter, December, the goat, Capricorn, Christmas. All right, here we have equinox, and here we have the equinox we're coming to, and I'm going to be talking about right now. Libra, justice and finance. This is all justice and finance. It always happens around here, guys. Check out, go into the net and check out famous events that have happened in history on the 23rd of September, and you'll get what I mean. Okay, it's Judgment Day. Judgment Day is coming in 12 days. And if you watch those 8-minute videos that I've just posted, just about 15 minutes ago, on Facebook and YouTube, you will understand what I'm talking about. And you'll see, films with Jim Carrey, films with all these famous Hollywood actors. You always see 239.
Yeah, 239, blah, blah, blah. A bunch of people have been posting this. I left some stuff on the profile, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. We experience this every single year. That's how it works. Something that you should consider here. This is another factor that plays into it because our masters love this shit. We just celebrated 9/11. And if you subtract it from the year we're currently in, the calendar cycle, this has to do with Artemis the moon. So, I mean, it's possible that it could be within a week's time and this year because they love that shit. They love that shit. Again, sacrificing things to the wandering stars. It's what they do. It's part of what they're doing and why they do it. Because there's power in it. Even though we suffer. Yeah. Remember, if it's the following year, it's 23. I don't think I've taught you guys. I've taught people some things having to do with it. It's an interesting number. It's a very interesting number. I think I've told you guys 23 is the low end of power and 32 is the high end of power, crudely speaking. Yeah. And that's another reason why I think it's the following year. If I'm not mistaken. It's a bigger thought. But yeah. As always, take this with a grain of salt. I'd rather be wrong. It'd be neat if nothing fucking came to pass. It'd be neat if we didn't have masters. It'd be neat if people thought for themselves and we fucking banded together and we uprooted our masters, abolished government, and acted like adults and started over. We reconstituted the republic. We created a hard form of currency. We systematically rejected any and all digital currency. Absolutely. And we got on like fucking adults. It's a fucking daydream. It's a daydream, but I guarantee if we uprooted these fucking pieces of shit, we cut them out of the system, many of these troubles that we've experienced throughout the years wouldn't exist, and there wouldn't be future ones if we put these pieces of shit in their place. But what the fuck do I know?